Well, straight into it. Level 5 Vision with Tale of the Toaster. I could so get used to having Nintendo Directs, but for Level 5 games, and this is our second one of the year. I am, of course, here for Inazuma 11 primarily, but I want to check it all out because I just saw some LBX in my screen right there. Let's get a realistic volume so I'm not blasting my ears out, but the P, what does the P mean? Oh, come on. No, here we go. I never got to watch the first Level 5 Vision because I was abroad. So to actually watch one in full, this is what I'm here for. Ah, they're flashing some fan art by our eyes already. Oh, this is nice. Very grateful for the English subtitles actually being on the original video. I didn't have to find a different one. So, yes, I'm imagining if you're watching this reaction video, you're probably one of my subscribers already, just in case you're not. I'm Tale of the Toaster, I make Inazuma 11 Let's Plays, and you can expect plenty of Victory Road content on the way, but I'm also very interested in Megaton Musashi if it were to receive an English release very soon, because I'm a big robot builder guy, and also DECAPOLICE fits in with a lot of the type of games I would play as well, so I want to play that day one. I'm weirdly not as much of a Professor Layton player, and Fantasy Life is definitely like off my vibe, but we're going to see a bit of it all here, and you know, even if I don't necessarily play Layton games, to see footage of it for the first time ever would be amazing, especially for all my mates who do love Layton. The P is for Primal Wave Prologue Prelude. So we're going to see the final boss of Inazuma Victory Road today, are we? Well, I suppose we already have if we're to take them literally at their word. But oh, he's got to apologise, bless him. Serious chibi. Titles that we plan to release in 2023 have all been released in 24. Yeah, it's November 29th. I think we've worked that one out. But honestly, I'm fine. I didn't need Level 5. Oh, don't bow to me. I'm not upset. I wanted the games to be in 2024. Like, put your time into them, make them good. I never believed 2023 for a second for any of those games except for like Fantasy Life, really. But yes, they're all next year. But let's start with Megaton Musashi. I am a robot guy, so please give me an English release. That looks like the LBX character that I was a fan of. What was her name again? Well, just look for Danball Senki Purple Gothic Girl, I guess. But so we never. Megaton Musashi has had an anime and a Japanese game for a long time now, but I've been avoiding the series until it gets something English. I can kind of treat it as a spiritual successor to Danball Senki, little battlers experience, and just play some more robots, but with Level 5. But this is an English song, right? Well, it was. I don't know if it still is. But yeah, this is. So I almost don't want to take too much of this in, because Megaton Musashi is like a game where I'm convinced I want to buy it, and so far the game looks very Danball Senki-ish, just with cutscenes that remind us of Level 5, our favourite game developers in the world. But yeah, this is ultimately what I'm hoping for. Obviously, they've said that we're meant to be getting release dates for games such as Inazuma 11 Victory Road within this showcase. And that's kind of the main thing people are here for, along with any new footage that they want to share. But I'm not too fussed about release dates for most of them. Like Victory Road, I really feel just give it to us when it's ready. I don't mind if it takes a while longer. But for Megaton Musashi, that's been in the works long enough where I would actually like to know when it's coming out. And apparently the date is April 25th. Of next year, but doesn't specify a region, which in theory means it's everywhere, right? But they said English version in the bottom left there. But we'll see. Looks fun. Yep, simultaneously worldwide release on April 25th. So if it's got an actual release date, this has got to be real. United Kingdom getting a shout out on the Switch as well. Yeah, so day one, you will find me there. This is quite an arbitrary list of countries they've picked, actually. What's the rhyme or reason behind listing them in this order? I don't know, but UK got 4th, so we stay winning, I guess. They plan to continue the online services for a long time, but probably not forever. But yeah, Megaton Musashi, I basically committed to buying it about 2 years ago, and now I'm just waiting for them to give me a game to buy, and it seems like they're right on the verge of doing that. And I feel like the order they're showing these videos in, it might kind of follow the release date structure. Like, I guess Megaton Musashi would probably be out first, and I'd be surprised if any games released earlier than April, but let's just find out. So, Fantasy Life, the girl who steals time. Fantasy Life is not my kind of game genre at all. I've never been a Harvest Moon type guy, or however it classifies, but I always was grateful of it because I know that it had different dubs in the UK and the US, and the UK one was like a lot more Britishified, just like the Inazuma 11 games were. We don't know what the state of Level 5 localization is like in 2023 though. We know that Richard Honeywood retired, and he was the one responsible for the Britishification of the Inazuma games. Ares and Orion happened without him, so like they've clearly been carrying on the spirit where they can, but obviously it's not quite the same. But Fantasy Life is one of those where I hope it will do well for them, because even if you're not necessarily interested in playing a Level 5 game yourself, just having money back in the company will certainly help to keep the company afloat so that they can make our other games. And they're clearly trying to please everyone with all these different series, so Fantasy Life did kind of well in 2020, well, whenever it came out, 2012-ish, but it is a meme now that Nintendo Directs are always full of farming games, and I don't know if I'm being accurate by classifying Fantasy Life as that. You kind of choose your own role in a fantasy world, but it's one of those where people in a direct would say, oh, not another farming game. I think it's reliant on people who played the original. It might not reach too many new people, but I just hope it does anyway. I hope Fantasy Life is a banger for everyone. And you do fight monsters in this, weren't there? And now you Super HD fight monsters. It's making me so nostalgic just to see 3DS gameplay. Oh, we've got Animal Crossing as well. And that was probably there to start with, but it seemed like Fantasy Life is just a big fusion game of a lot of different genres, and it's one where I never got to play it when it came out, and so it all eluded my notice entirely, but the box art's lovely. I did buy it eventually, but I have not sunk any time in. I hope the audio's good. I kind of just set this going and wasn't able to check. I probably should have just streamed this, to be honest, instead of pre-recording and then uploading, but whatever works. It's a talking snowman. We're taking on the world, and now it's gonna stop us. Snow Angel. Summer of 2024. Are they gonna go more specific than that? Because this seems like a game where they couldn't easily do a worldwide release anyway. There's so much text to translate, but no, they're going for it. Simultaneous worldwide in summer 2024, but not an actual date. Oh, they have decided on one, but they don't want to tell us yet. Interesting. Well, we'll trust you on that, lads. Finally getting to take in Hino's voice properly. Maybe I should get an avatar just like Hino's. A chibi tail like that sense. Still with Layton legs. I mean, a very skiddy guy. Maybe that wouldn't quite be accurate. Right, next game. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. Live reactions to Inazuma 11 Victory Road here on its 15th anniversary. We get a new trailer, which should culminate in a release date as well. What are we going to learn about our favourite series here today? They are going for a simultaneous worldwide release, which they've been saying all along, but I believe them. I believe them, honestly. I think they're going to do it. Are they just going straight into the release date now? Go on then. We get to watch it first. Heat in the new Inazuma National kit, is that? God, they're really making this seem grand with the music like this. Oh, the special move text is actually like flavor text, like in the anime? Or maybe not. No, that's just blue element for wind moves. They're only showing air moves. Ooh, new pitch. Wait a minute. Duh. I think that's the new school, actually, Nagamahara. But so this is a recap on all of the gameplay mechanics, the new blocking for anyone who hasn't watched the individual Inazuma 11 reveal videos, because obviously this is part of a full level 5 vision. So the people who came here for Layton and Fantasy Life, they still need to be reintroduced to the idea of what an Inazuma 11 is. But it's looking great. We've got Doom Sword Slash. Here's Bylong, it's finally his time! Show me his move! Show me! No, don't regular kick! Yes! Yeah, man! And he's got all of his voice acting intact as well. I don't know what they'll do with the English release, whether they'll keep the English name, whether he'll have an English voice or anything like that, but if we're just focusing on purely the Japanese version for now, this still looks magnificent. Tsunami boost, still broken. Yes, Sam cannot handle. Poor Sam, leave him alone! He's a good goalkeeper. We went, Jordan! Jordan's on the bench with Gus Martin. Oh? Now that's our first vision of a special tactic we haven't seen yet. That was looking quite mighty. Don't meme on Darren as well! This is new music! This isn't Ego Gogol. Hey, leave your Inazuma mark on the world by T-Pistons. He's done a second song! Sorry, they've done a second song. It's not just one guy. The singer's Tonino and then there's a whole band. Sakurazaki-san. I'm so glad we get more music from him. From them. I've done it again! But, and all of the voice acting. It's always one of my favourite aspects of the games. We just pray for English, but get yourself in there, Sakurazaki. Beat up Squarehead. You gotta have him in there again. So subtitles for what they're saying along the top, music subtitles at the bottom. Finally we see Cameo getting some movement in there. What's the backpack going to achieve? Teacher? New art? Love Kisoji Heita. He's such a bachelor, but he's such a vibe. Oh, that was nice. Really nice artwork to see, because it's just in that classic style. Are they just going to start the online mode immediately? March 2024 on the Nintendo Switch. Well, I'm gonna have to clear my entire month. Oh, so lovely to hear. I'd still love to see more evidence of the English one existing in this, but you know what? They're saying March 2024, they were aiming for 2023. That's not even a big, delay at all. That's just about that's like the earliest I was expecting, honestly. But reference to Mark, as his son will still be about in it. Oh, March 2024 is a beta test, not the actual game. So we'll test the online mode and learn the gameplay in March, but not necessarily get the full game and its story. Right, because the story is mainly what I'm there for. But they want to make sure that the gameplay is absolutely nailed down from a multiplayer sense before the game even releases. So that's smart. Like, I played more of the Mario Tennis Aces beta test than I played of the actual physical game that I bought in the end. So get ready for some streams. I think I'm gonna have to get good. Yeah, they're really focusing on the online aspects, which admittedly, like, isn't my focus whatsoever. I'm just there for that story above anything else and the optional dialogue all around the world, but I will certainly be playing, and we have more updates later in the presentation. Highly strategic. They're taking us seriously, challenging some preconceptions you may have about the series. Some minor spoilers will be in the video, but they're going to showcase an event. So, I mean, I can't just not watch it, even if I was worried about getting spoiled. Twitter.com would do that part for me. So this is for a Eastwind Peregrine team match pre-meeting. Haruendo from Ryman has just popped over to see us. Excuse me, you're not on the team? Blood thinks he's on the team? He could be on every team, I guess. So they're only in the FFI, the Football Frontier once. They're in Kyushu, still looks beautiful. Eastwind Peregrine feels like a dub name, but none of the characters have one yet. Design's looking good. Well, they look like the Danganronpa blackened at the moment, but... Serious business. Who does a kit remind me of? Resistance National. Ooh! They've got some international players on their team. This is making the dub choices of Go finally canon. Maybe. A little bit. No tactics, they just go all in and have fun with it. Yeah, Haru, you're meant to be bored with football and our opponent. Why are you having such a happy chat with us? He was standing for someone else. Sasanami does not look pleased with these guys' lack of tactics. Ah, we've got a very serpentine goalkeeper, Martino Leone. And he's got a move, Outer World. We've finally got a second brand new special move, with the first one being Spring Thunder. So Spring Thunder already not good enough to deal with their goalkeeper. Good to know Spring Thunder, I guess, kind of sucks now. Still love the name Spring Thunder, that feels like it could have been there all along, very natural. But this is like this feels like an in-game explanation for the way the stats work, which will add up more once we've all played that online mode. Kai Yoshizaki, they've all got all-out designs. Cheat Blaster, Waluigi mode, and our goalkeeper's move is called Freezing Dance. So he always had the light blue colours, but he's actually ice themed. I didn't expect that. I thought it was just to make him look regal and rich. So all these moves that we won't get to see, but with the names dropped, you can certainly picture what they might be like. Okay, what are we gonna do, King? Oh, look at this! Oh, this is like when Blue Lock everyone has their chibis on the wall. This is just a totally different way of breaking everyone down. They're really leaning into the elemental stuff. I feel like if somebody wasn't already an Inazuma 11 fan, this would strike them as way too complicated for them to take an interest at this point. This is the scene they're using to make Inazuma 11 Victory Road look like a cool game, and it's purely an info dump to make the game look extremely hard to figure out. But oh, the key art of freezing dance looks magnificent. Yeah, this is a maths lesson. And like, I'll find a way to beat. If I can beat the infinite wall with the Inazuma break, I'll beat Peregrine by just using more players, I suppose. Outer World. Ooh, it's cyber themed. Is every move just going to have key art like this? Or is it purely just for demonstration purposes in the trailer? You have to learn a shot chain. Does the move, can a move become a shot chain when it wasn't originally, or is it just like in lore they need to get better at doing it? That looks like triple chain in the artwork. Finally some doubts out of you. What the heck? Well, Bond Protocol is our special tactic. And those definitely look like wide spanning. More maths. Yeah, you know what, Sasanami? You got this. I'll just read the funny voices. How about you play the game for me? I'm just a let's player, I'm just a commentator. You can figure the gameplay out, and I'll do what you tell me to, right? Never mind, I guess he needs my help after all. Haru flattens him. So, March for the beta test, and not yet a release date for the actual game, which is fine because they probably won't know until they've done the beta test anyway. They don't know how much work they're going to get off the back of it, and they did mention having a poll to submit your feedback on the live game. Good. I'm so glad to see a team that's not Ryman or the Pro Tags. Royal Academy will be waiting there as well, and they used the word Royal Academy, by the way, not Teikoko Academy, not Teikoko Gakuen. They said Royal Academy. It could be an error, but still using Unmei, of course. I don't think I didn't see that though, game. I think it will exceed our expectations. It's going to take some time to get my head around it, but that's why we got a beta test. And now let's go back to the other games. Professor Layton. Let's see it then. It's got to be more than just him turning around and pointing at us. It's so surreal that they're actually making a new Layton game. This is what everyone has wanted for such a long time. And the background looks astonishing. Like Layton doing steampunk? Excuse me? But this is, now that we're seeing the actual gameplay, this is so classic to how it used to be. Again, I said earlier in the video, I'm not much of a Layton player, but I still played about half of Miracle Mask, and I played all of the Ace Attorney crossover, and even I can tell this is exactly how it used to be, which is quite charming. Because a return to their roots is what they needed. I did also try and play a bit of Catriel and the Millionaire's Conspiracy, now that I think about it, and I think I'm just bad at choosing which Layton games to play, to be honest. I wanted to play Lost Future, which is considered to be the best one, but official Nintendo magazine just randomly decided to spoil the plot in one issue. It was very weird of them, because they recommended it so highly, and yet they just blatantly told you the ending. It's like, you can, I guess. we've got more maths, ladies and gentlemen. This game's meant to be about that in places, but I'm also seeing such a FNAF face on the right hand side right now. But yes, if you're a maths guy, this is for you. I was more like when I played the crossover with Layton and Ace Attorney, I'd never played either of those series more than a few minutes. So I basically used it to determine which series I was going to get into, and ended up going with Ace Attorney. Whoops. Go on then, you must have got that right. Is Luke Triton going to be in Victory Road with this new design? Layton looks the same, but Luke's very different now because he's a bit older. Stick him back in the Inazuma series. And that's nice. Like, we've had the teaser trailer, now we've had a tiny bit of gameplay, but it reveals so little because ultimately they are aiming not for next year but for 2025, and that makes sense. Like, you've got enough games to work on here already. Layton is your big seller, and they're trying to make Inazuma 11 as important as possible when they know it will sell worse than Layton. So just push Layton back until you've satisfied the Inazuma fans, and then you can have your development team back. Rip to anyone who thought it was going to release in 2023, but we're talking about mobile games. Are they bringing back Inazuma SD? Go on, do it, cowards. I won't play it, but it'll be back. such a high quality, like, drop in the river type introduction to every game, and then it just says Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble. The anniversary. Inazuma SD couldn't even make it to 1. At least Gus Martin's in this game. I haven't kept up with the Yokai Watch series for a long time, though. I'm not really sure what's the deal with them at the moment. But if it's profiting, again, good. Because I'm not sure Inazuma 11 Victory Road will, after all of the development you've had to pour into it. I'll buy it on every console, to be honest. They've collaborations with VTubers and popular IPs. Put me in the game. It's me, it's TaleOfTheToaster, it's your English Inazuma content creator. At least from before TXM, now there's both of us. But put us both in the game then, do it, cowards. Alright, what's next? DECAPOLICE. I am strapped in. I so want to play this game. Give it October next year so that I've got enough time to flesh out Inazuma, and hopefully we'll have played Megaton Musashi by then. Don't make me choose between 2 games at the same time. They're taking more time. Good. Because this is my most hyped game. Not just from Level 5, but this behind Inazuma 11 Victory Road, DECAPOLICE is the game I most want to play. Until they announce another either Somnium Files or a Raincode sequel or something like that. I am so interested in DECAPOLICE. Post 2024. Okay, well, we can deal with that. Just take your time, finish Inazuma 11, and then once I've thoroughly dived into Victory Road, I could maybe take DECAPOLICE full seriously. Actually cover it on the channel a bit, perhaps. What's next? What do you mean, what's next? We don't need another game, do we? Well, Yokai Watch, I was saying I don't know what they've been doing. So I guess they need a game as well. We think. I mean, it has to be. Yeah, what else could that be? in 2024. So you're going to release a Yokai Watch game before DECAPOLICE? Or are you just saying, yeah, there will be another Level 5 Vision next year to talk about To the World's Children? In April 2024, they've got the next Vision to reveal their next brand new game. It's not Yokai Watch, it's just got the musical vibe and a few ghostly visions, but that's a heck of a title. That gives almost nothing away. Or is that just the name of the presentation and not the name of the game? Well, either way, don't worry about the delayed release dates. DECAPOLICE being 2025 maybe stings a little bit, but like Inazuma Victory Road, being able to play a little bit of it in March and then the release date can be whenever it needs to be, that for me is ideal. I'm happy to hear that. And Megaton Musashi, I will be playing it before you know it. I guess I'll be playing Victory Road first. March comes before April, after all. Well, Akihiro Hino, I've got to thank you, mate. I love your company and your games. And now we just get a nice little recap. I thought that was going to be Pokemon Sun and Moon music for a second there. We're not going to get to see those new special moves, but at least we get that artwork again. Yeah, so this, in terms of new reveals for Inazuma Victory Road, it was mainly just that scene breakdown revealing a new one-off team, but it showed us kind of how the game operates and gave us a date for when we'll be playing online. So, happy days. Thank you, Level 5. And I better get this uploaded straight away. So, this has been Tale of the Toaster. Very satisfying direct. Shoutouts to all the Layton fans and the Fantasy Life fans who are eating, and especially the Megaton Musashi guys. DECAPOLICE, I'll be there with you soon enough, and I'll see you online, maybe on a stream, who knows?